That's the meeting before that.
So what has happened is that the new people who should be updating it have not been meeting, and that has been because of I think the city manager wanted to be more involved, as I'll put it that way. and so what I'm saying to you is this still on? Yeah. What I'm saying to you is the update should reinforce what was happening. I served on it, and we met monthly in 3 groups: downtown, midtown, uptown. And that's where that really wonderful document, and to throw that out, no, it shouldn't be thrown out. It should be based and updates done, but it should have its own integrity. And I think that's what I honor. I know, for instance, one time I went to a place called Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Anybody know where that is? They have a little town there that was reconstructed just like Sturbridge was back in the 1600s. And it's a tourist attraction. I took my children there, my husband and I took the children there. And it was, again, it was revenue producing. It was like a little Williamsburg or Jamestown. So there are just endless things that we could do that would be revenue producing for, just like I said, a place, an activities building that you could, a place that kids could go and learn water sports. They're all things. I bet if I ask you, who would be willing to say what you'd like to see there? Just one thing.
You've got my list in front of you, ma'am.
I want to come up with some more. Yes.
I'd like to see them put a fishing pier down there for people to fish, because I've fished there for 40 years at that beach. No, we can't go down there because they went down there about 3 months ago, somebody did, and dredged the beach away. They literally dug it out. It's gone.
Oh my
The
goodness.
oarsman had somebody come down there with an end loader and dug the sand out of it. And also, I talked to a man over there about putting a stage down there and playing music. I play music
That's a
myself.
good idea.
Somebody else just said that over here, too.
I do a Hank Williams show, and I'd be glad to play there. I play like 85 Hank Williams songs. I was born in the park where he died at. And they put a stage down there, and you put a fishing pier next to your restaurant. People pay to fish to draw revenue. And also you stage, people play,
On the target.
Thank you.
Water sports.
There you go.
Jet skis, water skiing, you name it, the James River should be our playground.
Yeah.
Great.
We shouldn't have to walk through somebody's backyard either.
I'd like to see a public cross-country course for high school runners, middle school runners.
Wonderful. But I hope you all write these down.
Can I finish? In Bells Mill Park in Chesapeake, there's a permanent 5K cross-country course on grass.
Cross country.
It's used for regional district championship meets for public and private schools.
Wonderful.
That's Chris Davidson. That's the cross coach. He's one of the best of the cross coaches.
Thank you, Chris. Chris also helped save the Lake Maury Natural Area with me and others a couple of decades ago. Thank you, Chris. I want to announce, I didn't announce that Councilwoman Tina Vick is here too. Thank you for coming. All right, let me ask another question. We got a couple more people.
I'm an educator, and I would love to see a place where the students, elementary students, can go and learn about the oysters and the restoration that we can do. We've done it in the classroom. We had to stop because we just could not afford to go every week, every month, to go take care of these oysters. But it's right here. We don't have to go to York.
Right. Great.
If you want to protect a park, you need to fire the city manager. Pushing that project, just like the ex-city manager Maroney. He wanted to develop that park also. We've been fighting that city hall for years.
25 years.
Okay,
We're tired of fighting.
that's maybe another issue, so we're going to try to solve it. But we hear you. We hear you. Maybe
Can I-
two more, and then we'll move on with the question.
How about back there? Yes, ma'am.
I want to see more hiking, walking trails, love the Nolan Trail, love the city of Newport News Park.
Sure.
And I do not want to see houses.
Yeah, nobody wants. How many more houses? How about you, man?
Anybody
Yes, ma'am.
want houses?
No, I don't know. I would love to see, like, they have the interval training things that you can do
Okay.
and all of that, but before all that, I want to see something down on that super block that's been down there for 40 years and nobody's done anything with it.
Okay.
All right, one more, and then we'll go
Back there in the back.
Whatever subject,
Yep.
we need to do something down there.
But I agree.
Great outcome.
I'm gonna write that down.
The ones in Pittsburgh, they had little hut-like that places, all around that one in downtown. Different countries.
Food trucks was the recommendation, that'd be great. Okay, move on to the questions. What city department would manage the American Planning Association study that Councilman Bateman has suggested?
Well, first off, let's get a couple things straight. I was trying to move city council along to get to the part where we would talk about a process. And the American Planning Association is a group that we're members of, and they have a committee that will look at a project and make recommendations. I wasn't trying to delegate everything to them. I was trying to move city council's comprehension and understanding of some of the things that could be done with this property. There's all of you all have your different visions of what could go on in this property. A lot of that vision needs to be driven by the reality of this property. And this property is, it's a wonderful place, but it needs to be preserved. There's erosion. There's issues related to making sure the channel that comes into Deep Creek stays dredged. The Corps of Engineers doesn't dredge that anymore. So what we're doing now, what we came out of the meeting with, is that the planning department of the city of Newport News is going to come back to city council and give us some ideas about how we can have a process so you can get what you want sooner rather than later. And that's what I want. And I think that's what's going to happen.
That sounds good. Follow up to that, just keep the mic for a minute. Do we really need an outside group? Don't we have the expertise right here in our planning department, our parks?
That's a fair question. And, many of you would agree probably that you want to have a great park and you want it to be one of the best. And I think our planning department is next to none. I mean, I think they're one of the best. I think they have a lot of great ideas. But there's features related to Riverview Farm Park that involve environmental protection, that involve preserving the maritime history and the navigational flow of the river. So there's items related to that city councilmen just don't know about. I don't know what the Corps of Engineers is going to think about how we protect the shoreline. I don't know what the EPA thinks about building a wave screen that might be a pier so people can fish. Because guess what, guys? It's a sewage treatment plant right next door. So, from my vantage point, I want the best park in America with integrity. I don't have the audacity to think I have all the singular best ideas. And so for me, hearing other ideas and being guided somewhat, I think it's a professional way to do business. I think it needs to be done with fiscal constraints in mind.
There were some questions of the planning, what's the name of the group? The
American Planning Association?
That the American Planning Association also plans like communities development and housing and shopping malls and so on and so forth. So I think the concern of many people is if we brought them in, would they maybe say, yeah, put luxury housing in there?
No, I mean,
we constrain them?
We would guide them to what we wanted to be there. That's, we said we'd like to have a park. We tell them what we want to use. Pat's already talked to you about another group, the Land Conservation Trust.
Yes.
That's a group that has tremendous ideas about how to preserve parkland. And I read a lot about what can be done here and groups across the country that have done great projects. So I want to have a good basis of information to make sure I make a great decision. So I'm not wed to just one group coming in. I don't really need that group. I just want to learn as much as I can to help guide the decision, and I want you all to get what you want. And so,
One more follow-up on that.
and I don't think we need to pay lots of money to outside groups to come tell us what we want. But I do think we need to have professional folks involved in the decision to make sure we do it with integrity and we do it in an efficient manner.
Thank you.